There is a quiet power that awakens when one begins to trust life. So many live with the feeling that everything must be figured out, that every path must be known before taking the first step. This constant need to control brings exhaustion to the mind and heaviness to the heart. It is as if the soul forgets that it was born already connected to a wisdom far greater than any plan that can be written down. Trust is not something that comes from effort. It grows in the gentle space between the heart and the universe. When trust appears, even the hardest moments begin to soften. The energy of life starts to move with grace again. It's like standing in the middle of a storm and suddenly realizing the wind is not against you, it is guiding you home. When trust fades, life begins to feel like a struggle. Thoughts rush in asking, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if I make a mistake? Those thoughts come from fear, not truth. Fear is like a fog that covers the natural light of the soul. But that light never disappears. It only waits patiently for the fog to lift. The heart already knows how to trust. Every heartbeat is an act of trust. Each breath taken without force is proof that something greater is sustaining life. This simple awareness can bring peace instantly. One does not have to do anything to make life flow. One only has to stop resisting the flow that already exists. When there is a desire to control every detail, it is often because of an old belief that says, if I don't handle it, no one will. That belief was likely born from moments of disappointment or pain. It is easy to hold on to it for safety, but in truth, it only limits the miracles waiting to come in. Control creates tension. Trust creates relaxation. The universe cannot place gifts into clenched fists. But when the hands open and the heart softens, life rearranges itself in ways that could never have been planned. There is no need to force trust. It is not an achievement, it is a remembering. Imagine sitting quietly and saying softly, I am safe. Life supports me. The mind may not believe it at first, but the body begins to relax. The nervous system starts to release old tension, and something beautiful happens. The body begins to feel at home again. In that comfort, trust grows naturally. It is like sunlight slowly touching a frozen lake until it melts into movement once more. Trust does not mean ignoring challenges. It means knowing that even in difficulty, there is purpose. It means allowing each moment to unfold with faith that all is guiding toward growth and peace. Sometimes the universe rearranges life in ways that look like chaos, but underneath there is only order. The old must fall apart for the new to take form. Trust allows that transformation to happen without resistance. When the need to control starts to loosen, a lightness begins to appear. Control comes from fear of losing. Trust comes from knowing there is nothing that truly can be lost. Life is never against anyone. It mirrors the energy given to it. If one gives anxiety, life feels uncertain. If one gives trust, life feels kind. Every experience, even the painful ones, holds a message of love wrapped in disguise. Take a deep breath and think of one area in life that feels heavy. It might be work, health, or relationships. For a moment, release the story that says it must be fixed immediately. Whisper gently to the heart, I release control and trust that everything unfolds perfectly. Let those words move through the body. Feel how they begin to relax the shoulders, the chest, the jaw. This is not just a phrase. It is a vibration that calls peace back home. The more trust is practiced, the more the body begins to believe it. Muscles soften, sleep becomes deeper, thoughts grow quieter. It's not magic, it's alignment. The body and mind have always responded to inner language. When they hear calm, they create calm. When they hear fear, they prepare for battle. So today, speak softly to yourself. Tell yourself that you are safe and guided. The universe listens to every word spoken within. Trust is the bridge between desire and manifestation. Every time you relax into trust, energy begins to move faster. Situations change, people appear, answers come. But they do not come from pushing, they come from allowing. The one who trusts can stand still and still move mountains. The universe rearranges itself not through effort, but through vibration. When the vibration is peace, life cannot help but mirror peace back. Let the idea settle deeply that trust is not a weakness. It is the highest form of wisdom. The one who trusts understands that life's timing is divine. There are no delays, only preparation. What seems to be silence from the universe is often a rearranging of circumstances to bring something better. This understanding frees the heart from impatience and fills it with peace. When life feels uncertain, it can help to close the eyes and breathe. Say quietly, "I trust the process of life." Repeat it slowly until the words no longer feel like effort but truth. Every cell in the body begins to respond to that truth. The heart rate slows, the energy balances, and there is a sense of being held. This is the natural state of alignment, the way the universe always wanted life to feel. The need to control comes from a misunderstanding. It believes safety comes from force, but safety actually comes from connection. Trust reconnects with that source. It tells the inner child, you are cared for, you are not alone. Each time this message is felt, another layer of fear dissolves. Trust can also be felt through gratitude. When one begins to thank life for small blessings, trust naturally strengthens. Gratitude shifts focus from what is missing to what is working. It is a doorway to the energy of abundance. The more grateful one feels, the easier it is to trust that more good is on the way. The universe always responds to energy. Every thought is a message sent out into the field of creation. When thoughts are filled with fear, the energy becomes tangled. But when they are filled with trust, everything begins to flow again. The heart is the transmitter, the universe is the receiver. When the heart says, "I am ready to trust," life begins to rearrange circumstances to match that vibration. Trusting the universe is not about ignoring the world or pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing peace even in uncertainty. It is about knowing that the same energy that keeps the stars shining also keeps life in perfect order. Even when the outer world seems chaotic, the deeper truth is that all is being guided toward harmony. The energy of trust is gentle yet powerful. It is the energy that heals. When trust fills the body, the immune system strengthens, tension eases, and vitality returns. Thoughts become clear, decisions feel guided. It is not coincidence, it is coherence. When the mind, body, and spirit align in trust, they become instruments through which the universe expresses its love. Sometimes trust must begin small. It might be trusting that the next breath will come easily, or that the sun will rise tomorrow. From these simple truths, larger trust can grow. Each moment of surrender builds a foundation of peace. Slowly, the body learns that it is safe to let go. To nurture trust, one can try a simple practice. Each morning, before starting the day, place a hand over the heart and say, "I am open to life's goodness. I allow the universe to guide me today." Feel the words. Don't just say them. The energy of sincerity is what transforms them into reality. Throughout the day, repeat silently whenever doubt arises. When the heart begins to live in this state, beautiful things happen. What once felt like coincidences start appearing more often. The right people arrive at the right time. Solutions appear effortlessly. It is not luck. It is the universe rearranging everything according to vibration. This is why it is said that the universe always responds to energy. It doesn't hear words, it feels frequency. That is why faith feels magnetic. Trust emits a peaceful frequency that draws order, harmony, and abundance. Doubt emits confusion and attracts more confusion. So the question becomes, what energy is being sent out right now? If the heart feels tight, it is asking for reassurance, not correction. Speak kindly to it. Say, "You are safe. It's okay to relax." Feel the shift that happens when those words are said with love. That feeling is the beginning of alignment with universal flow. Life is not random, it is reflective. The universe mirrors back what is most often felt inside. When trust becomes the inner tone, life begins to arrange itself into a melody of peace. When healing the root of doubt, it helps to understand where it began. Many learned early in life that they had to handle everything alone. They may have seen promises broken or hopes unmet. Over time, that pain created a belief that says, "I cannot depend on anything outside myself." But the truth is, one was never meant to carry life alone. There is a loving intelligence surrounding all things, waiting for permission to help. Healing doubt starts by creating safety within. Take a deep breath and feel the heartbeat. The heart beats without needing to be told. The breath flows without instruction. This is life showing how deeply supported one already is. When that is realized, doubt begins to fade. It can be powerful to place a hand over the chest and say quietly, "It's safe for me to trust." The body responds immediately. It relaxes because it recognizes the truth. The cells remember that life is not an enemy. The nervous system starts to calm, and in that calm, the mind opens. New possibilities appear, not because they suddenly existed, but because the eyes are now able to see them. Healing doubt also involves compassion. When fear arises, instead of judging it, offer kindness. Say softly, "I understand why you are scared. You've been trying to protect me." This acknowledgement melts resistance. The inner protector can finally rest, knowing that safety does not come from control, it comes from trust. Over time, as these words are repeated with sincerity, the energy within shifts. The mind begins to replace fearful thoughts with peaceful ones. The body feels lighter. The outer world responds. It might seem miraculous, but it is the natural outcome of aligning with love. Each time the words, "It's safe for me to trust," are spoken, the universe listens and rearranges everything to match that state. People may appear with answers, opportunities may arise unexpectedly, and even delays will reveal themselves as blessings. The universe is not testing anyone, it is teaching through experience. Doubt was only the teacher showing what needed to be healed. Once the lesson of trust is learned, peace becomes the natural state again. Healing is not about perfection, it is about returning to truth. Life is on one side. Every thought, every emotion, every event is working together for the highest good. There is nothing to fear in a universe built from love. In this space of faith, one can finally rest. The heart opens, the mind quiets, and the body relaxes into the knowing that all is well. The journey ahead unfolds naturally, not through struggle, but through trust. And in that trust, the universe rearranges everything beautifully, perfectly, in divine timing. Surrender is one of the most misunderstood gifts in life. Many think that to surrender means to give up, but in truth, surrender is the moment the soul stops fighting against its own destiny. It is the release of tension, the quiet recognition that everything that needs to happen will happen in perfect time. It is the point where resistance transforms into grace. When there is surrender, energy flows again. The river of life that once felt blocked begins to move naturally, carrying all burdens away. To surrender is not to lose. It is to allow the universe to take the lead and show the gentler way. Think of life as a great river, flowing with wisdom and direction. When there is struggle, it often comes from trying to swim upstream. But the moment there is surrender, the current begins to carry effortlessly toward exactly where one is meant to go. The river knows. The river always knew. The mind may panic, trying to steer every turn, but the current of the universe never forgets the destination. Surrender, then, is not about control. It is about trust in divine intelligence. The energy of surrender can be practiced in simple ways. Take a slow breath and let it out completely. Feel how the body naturally releases tension when exhaling. This is what life wants, to let go of what is no longer needed. Breathe in peace. Breathe out control. With every breath, the body learns that it can relax, that it does not need to hold on so tightly. This is how surrender becomes second nature, not as an act of weakness, but as a return to balance. When surrender is resisted, fear often whispers that letting go means things will fall apart. Yet the truth is, it is often the holding on that causes the breaking. Life rearranges itself most beautifully when there is space. The tighter one clings, the less room there is for miracles. When there is space, blessings have room to enter. The moment of surrender is the moment the universe begins to act. It's as though life was simply waiting for permission to step in. Sometimes surrender happens after deep exhaustion, when the heart can no longer carry the weight of control. In that surrender, something sacred occurs. The body relaxes, tears flow, and in that release, peace appears. It is in that moment of stillness where love whispers, "I've got you," and it truly does. Every piece of the puzzle begins to fall into place, not because of effort, but because there is no longer resistance. Surrender opens the path to transformation. What once felt impossible begins to shift. The mind grows quieter, the intuition becomes louder, and clarity arises naturally. It's as if the clouds move aside and reveal the sunlight that was always there. There is a sweetness to this space, a peace that does not depend on circumstances. When one surrenders, life itself becomes the teacher, the guide, and the protector. Trust transforms reality in ways logic cannot explain. When thoughts align with faith, energy begins to move differently. The body senses it first. Shoulders soften, breathing deepens, tension leaves. This relaxation allows life's intelligence to move freely again. What once seemed chaotic begins to organize itself. It isn't that the world outside changes first. It's that the vibration within changes and reality responds. The universe is a perfect mirror of belief. The mind-body connection is a sacred bridge. When thoughts are fearful, the body contracts. Muscles tighten, the heart races, and the breath becomes shallow. But when thoughts are peaceful, the body mirrors that peace. Cells begin to heal, the heart rate steadies, the immune system strengthens. This is why trust is healing. It sends a message to the body that it is safe. The body doesn't need to defend when the mind is at peace. It can rest, repair, and renew. Trust also transforms the energy around. People begin to respond differently. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to appear. It is not that they were missing. It is that the energy was not aligned before. Fear closes doors while faith opens them. Trust doesn't push. It attracts. It calls forth the right timing and the right connections with ease. One can see this transformation in small daily moments. When trust is present, even traffic flows smoother. Conversations become calmer and tasks feel lighter. When trust is absent, even small things feel heavy. That is the power of vibration. Life always reflects the energy given to it. When the thought, Everything is working out for my highest good is repeated sincerely. A calm begins to spread through the being. This affirmation carries a deep message. It tells the subconscious that no matter what happens, there is order beneath the surface. Even if a plan changes or a door closes, there is still divine perfection unfolding. Saying this softly throughout the day teaches the body to relax into faith. It is like whispering a lullaby to the nervous system. As this trust deepens, the outer world begins to shift in beautiful ways. Things that once caused anxiety now seem manageable. The heart starts to recognize signs from the universe, numbers that repeat, kind words from strangers, sudden moments of peace. These are not accidents, they are reflections of alignment. When the heart trusts, it becomes sensitive to guidance. Intuition sharpens, and one simply knows what to do next without forcing it. Life becomes more effortless because energy is no longer wasted on worry. Every time a fearful thought arises and is replaced with trust, a new reality begins to form. That is how powerful thought truly is. Each peaceful thought is like planting a seed that grows into harmony, abundance, and joy. Practical steps can help anchor this trust into everyday living. Gratitude journaling is one of the most beautiful ways to strengthen faith. Each morning, before the rush of the day begins, writing down 3 things to be thankful for creates a vibration of appreciation. Gratitude tells the universe, "I see your goodness," and in response, the universe says, "Here is more." Mirror work is another sacred practice. Standing before the mirror, looking into one's own eyes, and saying, "I trust you." You are guided, may feel simple, yet it carries great healing. It teaches the subconscious to feel safe within its own reflection. The eyes begin to soften, the face relaxes, and the connection deepens. What once felt distant begins to feel whole again. At the end of each day, reflection helps integrate trust even further. Before sleep, take a few moments to remember instances when things worked out unexpectedly. Maybe a conversation brought clarity, a delay led to a blessing, or a worry dissolved on its own. Acknowledging these moments strengthens the belief that life is truly working for the highest good. Each of these small actions, gratitude, mirror work, reflection, are like gentle reminders to the mind that it can rest. It no longer needs to control everything. These habits whisper to the subconscious, it's safe to trust life again. As the days go by, trust grows stronger. It moves from a thought to a feeling, from a feeling to a knowing. Soon, even challenges are seen as part of divine rearrangement. This understanding turns fear into faith and worry into wonder. Trust becomes the quiet background of life, a steady hum beneath all noise. It does not shout, it reassures. It does not demand, it allows. And from that allowing, life blossoms in unexpected ways. When this trust deepens, there comes a moment when one begins to notice signs, the subtle ways the universe communicates that everything is aligning. These signs often appear gently. A message arrives at the right time, a sudden inspiration fills the heart. A path that was once hidden becomes clear. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They say, keep trusting. The rearrangement has begun. Even when outer life looks uncertain, there is often a quiet peace beneath it, a knowing that all is unfolding perfectly. Sometimes, before things get better, they appear to fall apart. But this falling apart is only the breaking of old patterns that can no longer serve. When one holds trust through those moments, the transformation completes itself. The chaos settles, and clarity replaces confusion. Trust transforms everything it touches. It doesn't mean life becomes free of challenges, but it means that challenges no longer feel frightening. They are seen as stepping stones placed with love. With each step, faith becomes stronger, and life feels safer. the body follows, becoming lighter, calmer, and more alive. Surrender, transformation, and practice are all parts of the same movement, the return to peace. Each breath taken with awareness of this truth strengthens connection to the universe. Each thought of gratitude draws more reasons to be grateful. Each act of trust brings life into alignment. And when this alignment deepens, it becomes impossible not to notice how beautifully the universe rearranges everything. What once seemed like a detour reveals itself as the perfect path. What once seemed delayed arrives right on time. Life, in its infinite intelligence, always knows what it's doing. So take a slow breath and let that truth settle deep within. The heart already understands it, the body feels it, and the soul has always known. When there is trust, the universe moves mountains quietly, gracefully, perfectly, just to lead one toward love, peace, and the realization that all is truly well. There comes a time when trust becomes more than belief. It becomes a way of living. It moves beyond words and begins to express itself through calmness, through confidence, through peace in everyday actions. Living in flow and faith does not mean ignoring challenges. It means meeting them from a higher place, from the awareness that everything unfolding has purpose and wisdom behind it. When faith is alive within, even waiting feels sacred. Waiting becomes resting in divine timing rather than fearing that something is being withheld. To live daily in flow is to walk gently through each moment, guided by an inner voice that whispers, "All is well." The day begins with gratitude and ends with grace. Tasks that once felt heavy become opportunities to express love. Conversations soften because there is no longer the need to defend or prove. Faith brings simplicity. The heart no longer rushes ahead or looks back. It stays present, right here, trusting that each step will reveal the next. Faith also changes how one sees others. When there is trust in the process of life, it becomes easier to see others as part of that same divine unfolding. There is less judgment, less comparison, and more compassion. It becomes clear that everyone is doing their best with the awareness they have. From this understanding grows patience, the kind of patience that nurtures peace rather than frustration. There will still be moments when fear tries to return. That is natural. In those moments, pause, breathe, gently remind yourself, "I am safe. Life supports me." Fear fades not by fighting it, but by meeting it with love. Love is always stronger. When love is chosen repeatedly, fear no longer feels like the enemy. It becomes a messenger reminding to return to faith. The universe always listens to faith. It listens not through words, but through energy. When thoughts, emotions, and actions harmonize in trust, the vibration sent out into creation is clear and strong. It tells the universe, "I am ready to receive. I am open to what is best for me." And the universe, ever responsive, begins to orchestrate everything perfectly. Living in this flow means walking hand in hand with life rather than running ahead of it. It means accepting that not everything can be known right now, and that's okay. The unknown is not empty. It is full of infinite potential waiting to be shaped by faith. Trust transforms the unknown from something to fear into something to look forward to. Faith can also be strengthened by small daily rituals. Before beginning the day, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and simply say, "Guide me today, universe. Let me walk in peace and trust." These gentle words open a channel for grace to flow throughout the day. And when the day ends, take a moment to whisper, "Thank you. I am grateful for all that unfolded today, both seen and unseen." This gratitude completes the circle of trust. As one continues to practice this inner rhythm of faith, life feels lighter. Problems become puzzles rather than punishments. Even the smallest events seem infused with meaning. And through it all, there is a quiet realization. Life has always been taking care of you. It always will. The universe loves deeply. Its nature is giving, not withholding. When there is alignment with this love, everything begins to work in harmony. The timing of life, the people met, the lessons learned, all fall perfectly into place. Even moments of delay or disappointment carry a secret blessing. They redirect paths toward something more fitting, something truer. Sometimes the rearrangement of the universe feels like chaos before clarity. The old structures may crumble. Things once relied upon may disappear, but underneath it all, there is divine order at work. A seed must break open before it grows. The same is true for every new beginning. When one keeps faith through those times, beauty always follows. To trust the universe is to allow love to be the foundation of life. Love for the self, love for others, and love for the unfolding journey. It means releasing the idea that worthiness must be earned, and instead accepting that it has always been innate. The moment one begins to see themselves as worthy of good, life mirrors that worth back in countless forms: peace, health, abundance, joy. The mind may sometimes question this truth. It may say, "But what if things don't work out?" In those moments, speak kindly to it. Say, "Dear mind, you have carried me far, but now it is time to rest. The universe will handle the rest. Let the heart take the lead." The heart has its own intelligence, and it speaks the language of trust fluently. Living in trust creates a natural rhythm with life. It is no longer about forcing outcomes, but about allowing peace to come, allowing love to heal, allowing abundance to flow. This allowing creates magnetism. People, opportunities, and blessings begin to gravitate toward that peaceful energy. The soul no longer needs to chase. It attracts effortlessly by simply being aligned. There may be days when faith feels strong and days when it feels distant. Both are part of the path. Even when trust feels small, it still has power. A single drop of faith can ripple through the whole ocean of life. All that is required is the willingness to keep returning to it gently, without judgment. As the days, months, and years unfold, a deeper understanding blossoms. The universe was never separate. It was never outside, pulling invisible strings. It has always lived within, guiding through intuition, through signs, through love. Trust, then, is simply remembering this connection. It is returning home to the truth that life is an expression of divine intelligence, and that divine intelligence cannot fail. And so, the invitation is simple. Trust today. Trust even when it doesn't make sense. Trust when it feels easy, and trust when it feels impossible. Because every act of trust is an act of creation. Every time faith replaces fear, the universe rearranges itself in response. Take one more deep breath now. Feel the air entering the lungs, the chest expanding, the heart beating steadily. This rhythm of life is proof that the universe is always supporting you. You don't have to ask your heart to beat, it just does. You don't have to remind your lungs to breathe, they just do. This is how love works: constant, steady, unconditional. If there is one truth to carry forward, let it be this: all is well. Life is not happening to you. It is happening for you and always with you. Every experience is part of the divine arrangement designed to lead you toward peace, healing, and understanding. Even in moments of uncertainty, love is moving unseen, preparing miracles that the eyes cannot yet see. So let go of worry, let go of doubt, let go of control. Let life hold you the way the ocean holds every drop of water. You are safe here. You are loved beyond measure, and you are guided by a wisdom far greater than your fears. Affirm gently within, I trust the process of life. I am safe. Everything unfolds for my highest good. Let these words settle deep within your heart. Feel their warmth spreading through your body, softening every thought, relaxing every muscle. The universe is listening. The rearrangement has already begun. And as you continue to walk through each day, may you carry this knowing: the more you trust, the more life flows in your favor. The more you allow, the more grace surrounds you. The more you love, the more the universe reveals that it has loved you all along. All is unfolding perfectly. All is well. All is love.